as it's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. C.J. Anderson, and he will not only not get... the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Play action now. Mariota. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Time running out here on the play clock. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Second down, Dobbs. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
And he knocks it through. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Here we go. Ohio. Check.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Now, that result is no surprise. This team is bringing back memories of what? The 85 Bears, the 2000 Ravens. Those teams were so great against the run, they made you abandon any plans of doing that when you played against them.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And Denver getting set to take the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession. Let's see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And the tight end goes in motion left. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Mariota on first down. Flush to his right. And some room to maneuver. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? And almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Now a second down throw for Mariota. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment. But here, he's one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down. Here's Mariota. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A.J. Derby, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody. But those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved down to an early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Out of the gun, Dobbs. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion.
Flex round. Let's go. Grand 38. Grand Ohio.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower postgame. And it is now 21-0. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll go again with Bell. Bell so light on his feet. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no direction. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school smash mouth football. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Come on, let's go. Flex round.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Ohio. Come on, let's go.
On play action, it's Dobbs. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Let's go, Ohio. Flex round.
Halfback sent in motion. Back to throw Dobbs. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Following the interception here, Mariota. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So 2nd and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Throwing is Mariota, and he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this score will stay right where it is.
Heinz Field has always been a tough place for field goal kickers. It's just a very heavy side. Plus, you've got an open end of the field with wind coming off the Allegheny. And sure enough, he kind of chunks this one, and it's no good.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And the Steelers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go.
In motion, James, the tight end.
Motion. Flex round. Ohio.
Dobbs. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Broncos on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Mariota now. Screen play, Anderson. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Dobbs now on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Barber. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Come on, let's go.
They go play action here on first down. Buying time to his left. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And it's second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Let's go.
Dobbs is throwing. Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Wasn't a ton of space, but a great move. He's able to work it to the 20-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Come on, let's go. Ohio. Ohio. Here we go. Flex. Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio. Here we go. Ohio.
They'll go for it with Bell. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Le'Veon Bell stops short of the line to gain. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Lets it fly deep, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Room to run past midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now a play fake here on first down. Goes underneath for Bell. Open space inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Let's go! Ohio! Ohio!
On first down, Dobbs to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Second down following the incompletion.
Let's go!
Throwing here, Dobbs. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the offense has it, 6-yard line, first and goal. Now Bell, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Ohio! Here we go!
The slot man in motion right. Here's Dobbs to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Around the NFL, they're in the 2nd in Philly. And an impressive display by the Eagles. They continue to pour it on, scoring again. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop him, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch. And most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So we've got a 2nd and 5. And the wideout in motion. Mariota now on 2nd down. Being chased out left. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. First down, Mariota. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Bud Dupree in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
I like what they were thinking on defense. Just guard the first down sticks. Don't let anyone pass that. Didn't matter whether they threw it or ran it. They just ended up rallying to the football in the running play and stopped them short of a first down.
So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And that is no good. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now Dobbs. Forced out to his left. Finds a seam inside the 40. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Come on, let's go.
Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 3rd at MetLife Stadium. And the Jets have just scored to extend their lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Second down, Mariota. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Mariota. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
James has got it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Dobbs looking to throw on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Derek Wolfe in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. Second down, Dobbs steps away to his left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Elsewhere, they have gone to the second half in Carolina. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen. For nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
Brandon, that's the third time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them. But the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate one fumble, twos, oh, my goodness, 3 or more. Wow.
Just doesn't make any sense, does it?
So the chains are on their sides. It's 1st and goal from the 6. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And it'll be intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Throw left side complete. That's James. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Flush to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
By the way, they're into the second half now in Philadelphia on the NFL scoreboard. And an impressive display by the Eagles. They continue to pour it on, scoring again. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Fresh set of downs here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Second down following the run. The fullback Janovich on the handoff. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
The Broncos on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now a give. Running right is Anderson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
This is taken at his 4. And now running right through him. And now out come the Steelers. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Here we go.
Now Dobbs. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And the Steelers on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Dobbs. Dancing to his left. And some room to work. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. You got the big lead defensively.
Here we go.
willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A good pickup there at 22.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. He's to the 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Here's Dobbs to throw. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Will Tye, his first touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. The Broncos on third down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 15. Mariota. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Take it at the 37. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. On play action, it's Dobbs. Eluding the pressure right. And he's brought down. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Derek Wolfe in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Let's go. One, Ohio.
On play action, they'll throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Derek Wolfe in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. On the NFL scoreboard there in the fourth quarter in Philadelphia. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. Yes, the Steelers have it. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Come on, let's go.
He's back to throw. Buying time to his left. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 33. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got some space here. Space to run past the 20. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well. And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Let's go.
Back to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a second down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Connor. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to face a third down. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. Now on first down, he's going to sneak it. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
You have no timeouts remaining. You absolutely have to get out of bounds.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Broncos, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.